Hey, welcome, everyone. We sure are glad you are here, and you're in for a treat today. I tell you, if you've listened to us, Cindy and I before, we're going to give a little summary about PartnerCo and we're going to highlight some of the reasons why we love this so much. The way I want you to get a pen and paper and maybe make some notes, and but we're also going to change it up a little bit. We're gonna focus on a product that we don't always talk about. We're going to still share on some other things as well, but very excited for a special guest to share as well. So yeah, let's just get going. So we're PartnerCo. We really look at three main areas. We look at our business, we look at our wellness, we look at our lifestyle. And I think you can all agree we want all three. Because if you ever had just one or two and not the other one, life's not as fun, right? So we aim for all three, right, Cindy?
That's right. And it's almost like a three-legged stool. You're going to be off center if you don't have at least all three of those in your life. And PartnerGo's mission is to power health and prosperity around the world. So that's something that we're all very passionate about. We build partnerships, inspire wellness, create wealth. We find adventure, and the community that we found here is pretty amazing. You can't get much better than this. The people that just uplift you constantly is amazing. So we're going to go through a little bit about why we're different. We're going to do it fairly quickly tonight just because we want to give lots of time to our special guests, but we have our unique product approach. So we have a science and nature collaboration. And that just means that we're taking all the science and all the research, and then we're taking all the nutrition and we're putting it together and making the best product that we can that is that our body can actually use. Because it's often when you have synthetics and that sort of thing, your body doesn't even know what to do with it. So we're making sure that we've got all the right stuff together to give you the best options. And Russell, you know about the farms, right? You're always on the farm with the tractor.
Yeah. I like bombing around. So we want to make sure we basically focus on we pick ingredients from all around the world, but we really start from the ground up and making sure things are harvested at the best times because as you know, even harvesting at the wrong time or you just miss it could cause the quality of the product quality of that ingredient to be less. So we really work hard with our scientists and make sure we get the best soils going. And so yeah, this is where it begins from the ground up. And then
That's right.
sorry, Cindy,
No, go ahead.
when we do that, right, we can make our ingredients very precise. So we can get the quality we harvest similar every time, and that's kind of our goal. We want to be precision with our nutrition, right? And because how many times do you go to the store right now and sometimes the I had a friend from work. He said this right out of his mouth. Sometimes his vitamins were gave him a good energy, and sometimes his vitamins did nothing. That's because they weren't precise. It's not always the same. So we pride ourselves on making sure that happens. And the
All
reason
right.
why we do that is because we want to have these solutions that last, and they do last for people. So maybe Cindy, we put a one or not a put a one, but maybe type in one of these, detox or personal care, or your mood, skin care, maybe, because we're going to talk about a little about skincare today. Which one you're looking for, or maybe what were you looking for if you're already a brand partner with us, for example, or if you're brand new just looking at it, what are you looking for? So write that down and make sure you tell your friend, whoever invited you, write down what you're looking for, and that friend will make sure they help you with that, find those solutions, right, Cindy?
That's right. Yeah. And we're also, oh, hang on here. There we go. Guaranteed tested and proven is a big one. And that's, again, it ties in with everything we've just talked about. But to have that precision nutrition so that each capsule has the exact same amount of everything in it that makes it so that it always works for us. We have a very extensive, I think it's a 6-step process internally where we go from raw ingredient all the way to production that we do to get our stamp of approval. But then we go an extra step further and we actually get third-party certification. So we send it out to other people, other companies that will test it and make sure that what we say is on the label is actually in the product. So some of them, you can see the third-party certifications on the bottom. Leaping Bunny is one that we all know and love. Cloneless helps our athletes and Olympians know that they can take it without fear of being flagged if they get a drug test. And there's some ingredient that is on the no list. That one makes sure that they know that they can safely take it. And PDR is the physician's desk reference, which is generally in the US, but a doctor there can actually open up the book, or well, it's probably online now, but go through and see what is the best things to prescribe. Now we have products in that desk reference. So that's not something that many companies have. And if they do, it's maybe one. We have, I believe, 6 in there. So very important things to consider when you're looking at products.
So one other thing that makes us different besides that is we have major science behind us. We have doctors, chief medic. We just hired a new scientist actually. Uh, so we have some of the best people in the world, in helping us guide us through and helping even uh, create products as well. And we even modify existing products that we get from that come across our path, and we will even tweak them a bit to make them even better, right? So we have a wellness council as well, so made up of doctors and chiropractors and all sorts of medical people as well. We have an athletics council made up of ex-Olympians, ex-pro athletes in many sports, and so they're there to help guide us and everything. So between these three, this advisory board and these 2 councils, we have some amazing guidance that helps guide our products and make sure we stay above. So if people like myself, people like Cindy, people that we're not the scientists, right? So but we can now trust when we share, because we know what it's all good and safe and sound.
That's right. So now we have a special guest coming up, and I'll say a little bit, and then Russell will fill in anything that I forget. But her name is TL, and she's truly an amazing person. And when she got into this, she was in the fitness world as a personal trainer, and something happened. And change happens to everybody. And like she says, you have to roll with it. And you'll get that pun in a minute. But she had an injury. She was hit by a truck, and she can tell that story. And it's awful, but she had to change. She had to find a way to replace her income, and this kind of fell into her lap from a friend who sent a video. So she went with her friend, flew on points down to Dallas to check out to see if this was a real thing or not. And on the way back, they were so excited because it was new. It wasn't in Canada. What if, all the what ifs, what if you could bring it to market? What if you were the first ones? What if, you know, you could make such an amazing change in people's lives and build an amazing business out of that? And that's exactly what she did. It's very similar with some of our other products. They are like first in the industry type things. And so that's why this is so amazing. Russell, did you want to add anything there?
No, you did amazing, Cindy. But I just like to add, or just make sure everyone heard what Cindy said there. you know, TL saw, a video. She was introduced to it by someone. So many of you may have been introduced to this Zoom right now by someone. And so just listen to TL as she shares and the excitement and stuff. But this could be something, this could be your kind of, roll with it. This could be your something, this change. This could be a change for you as well, as same as it was for her. So just TL, please, we're so glad that you are here to share, and I believe you may even have a guest as well. I'll let you introduce uh, as whenever you're ready for that. But please share everything you have about this amazing product.
Russell and Cindy, thank you, my sexy friends. What a great intro. And yes, This has been in my little hand, Skincerity, the world's only breathable barrier, since 2009. So I would like to classify myself as a rollaholic. I love this product. And so if you've ever woken up and been worried about wearing red blotches, pimples, scars, acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, well, the bad news is that we don't treat, cure, heal, or diagnose anything. But the good news is if you roll Skincerity on any of those issues, you're going to wake up younger and your skin is going to clear. We get faster clearance. And one of my friends, Ola, she's from Winnipeg. She calls herself the natural practitioner, and she loves skincare. And she's introduced it to a whole bunch of people out east, and she's had incredible results, like myself. And so I used to walk around in pretty good shape, boss people around in a half top, but unfortunately, age was showing on my neck. And as women, we generally show our age on our hands and our neck. And my neck looked like a tube sock. It was all slouchy, falling down. And so if you've been in your fitness and health journey and you're worried about losing a whole bunch of weight on that journey and having your skin start to slide, then this is your boot camp, because it tightens and tones your skin. You can rejuvenate your whole entire face, skin, neck, hands, décolletage, and roll. That's what we do. That's how we roll. And so my friend Ola, if you want to unmute and jump in.
Hello, hello.
Hello, sexy.
Thank you. So actually, I am a health researcher, not a practitioner.
Okay. Well, you know a lot of stuff. You taught me a lot of stuff about health.
For sure. Yeah. So do you want me to just go ahead and say how I was introduced to it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I struggled with like adult acne on my face, and it wasn't bad, but I was like one of those people that like to squeeze things out to get rid of them quickly. But instead of getting rid of them, they actually would get worse, right? Because they were underneath and they would get infected. And eventually I just kind of said, you know what, I guess I'll just be a pimple face for the rest of my life. And that was it, because I tried lots of natural products and I wouldn't go with like medication or any topical drug kind of stuff. So I said, that's it for me. And then I saw a picture of somebody that actually had great experience with it. So I'm like, okay, well, tell me more about it. And I was super intrigued that this product wasn't ingredient based, that it was the technology behind it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll roll. And I started rolling it. And the first month, obviously, my skin was purging all that stuff. So it kind of got worse in that first month. But that's because there was a lot of stuff underneath it. And then when it came out, like my skin was nice and clean and flawless. And I always like to brag because like the side effect of using it for so many years is that like I'm approaching my 50s and really I have no wrinkles. People think that my kids are my siblings, and that, or if they find out that they are my kids, they think that those are from my first husband's kids, but I gave birth to those kids. My oldest one is 27 and my youngest had a birthday today, 25. So that's the great side effects of this product, where you use it for one thing but then your skin rejuvenates. And it's amazing how it's so versatile, right? Like you could use it for anti-aging, but as well for the first aid application for like acne, right? So that's one thing, just to beautify it. But you could use it for burns, for what's it called, bug bites, and poison ivy, like so many things. That I had so many family members and friends having such a great results with it, that this is like my baby, like TL, right? It's like I always have it with me. I always promote it to everybody. It's like, just roll it, because this works. And I'm super passionate about, and I always will be passionate about it. Even though I probably use like 7 to 10 products monthly. Or I mean every day, but in my auto ship, right? Like I kind of have, because I have all these babies always with me, but this will be number one baby. So I am super passionate, and I'm so grateful to be able to share this product with you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, Ola. I'm so glad you were able to pop on tonight. It's been an incredible journey, not just with our skin, but also to introducing this to so many people that have been struggling. So as we roll forward, just again, acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, any kind of scars, stretch marks, those are all conditions that we can roll Skincerity over top. And why? You ask, why, TL? Why can I roll this? Well, it's because this is a game changer. It is a barrier that mimics skin. And so from this clinical application here, you can see in the bottom corner there, that little tiny square where it kind of looks like a sponge. That's what Skincerity looks like underneath the microscope. So when you roll it on, it looks like it's gonna come off like real skin. I call it like the Thriller. That little piece looks like that sponge. So air can get in and diffuse through to the skin, but your own body's natural moisture factor, your transepidermal water layer, cannot escape from that barrier. And that's why our skin makes this dramatic transformation, is because all of the vitamin E and grapeseed oil and your body's own natural moisture factor stays intact. And that is why this is a skin technology, because it mimics skin. And once you understand that this is like rolling on skin, as you can see from the barrier, it traps the water deep into the dermal layers, and that's why you get this flawless, super glowy complexion. And don't kid yourself, men want to look good too. So having clear, healthy skin is just an indication of like how you are as far as health goals go too. So as a complexion happens, this barrier technology allows you to have clear skin. And as we go through why this is so important, is because it's not like any other mask where you have to take it off in 20 minutes. It keeps the air from Other masks stop that air from penetrating, so you have to take it off in 20 minutes. But Skincerity breathes all night long. That's why when you'd roll this on at night and you'd wake up in the morning looking like Thriller, and that's when you peel it off. And so another clinical that I'd love to talk about is on the right-hand side where it says safe. And underneath that study, this was a clinical study that happened. This breathable mask was proven safe, non-drying, non-irritating to the skin. This was done through the National Institutes of Health. And this study shows that this coating, Skincerity, is antimicrobial to numerous pathogens. And these results were presented to the Skin Disease Education Foundation, the 27th Hawaii Dermatology Seminar in February of 2003. So the clinicals and the studies on this barrier have been around for decades. And that picture right there, those are the formulator's hands. That's Phyllis. Phyllis Siegel and her son, they created this barrier, and she did a test on wrinkles. And what she did was she rolled one hand and then measured the amount of wrinkles that were happening in 6 weeks' time. So as a cosmetic, she found that 39% of the wrinkles that were on her hand were dissipated. So the reduction in the appearance of wrinkles was by 39%. So basically 40%. Now, who doesn't want to use a product when they have results of clinical studies showing that you can reduce your wrinkles and fine lines by up to 40%? And so when Phyllis's video was presented to me, she does a pinch test. One hand is snappy and one hand is not. She has to smooth out her skin. And that's when I thought, wow, I can shrink wrap my neck with this, because you can change the look of your skin on your neck. You can fool, as Ola says, you'll look as young as your kids. So waking up younger. These are some of our before pictures. Again, we've rolled all kinds of babies. We say womb to tomb, from eight months to 80 years old. So all these little irritations. So if you're have red raw skin, the mask is intelligent. It will stick to your skin until the barrier underneath has enough moisture, and then it will start to lift. So you can leave this on like a band-aid, and it doesn't cause any irritation. It's remarkable. So the person on the top, that's Danette. And she didn't think that Skincerity was working, so it's great to take before pictures because you forget how your skin looks. And most people find that they have a result in the first night, that they actually see their pores shrink around their nose and their cheeks so that you can change your pore size. There's no cosmetic out there that will do that, that changes pore sizes. And I'm not sure if Colleen Stocknell is on tonight, but that's her before picture. She had surgery on her neck and she had this scar, and it was an old scar, and she rolled Skincerity and ta-da, no more scar. And my good friend Marlene, so I went to Penticton to see a women's in business meeting, and that's where I noticed that Marlene was standing in front of the room and she was scratching. She didn't even know she was scratching, but she was scratching her arms and her chest. And then I approached her and said, I'm just curious what's going on with your skin. And then Marlene shared a whole bunch of stories and what was going on underneath her clothes. Marlene?
Well, TL that day kind of, and it's interesting. I just want to say today we had our May 2025 Women in Business Luncheon. It was at our April 2010 Penticton Women in Business Luncheon, 15 years and 1 month ago, that TL got brave enough to take the top off this little bottle and reach out and say, I think I can help you, and roll my hand. Now, I thought she was a crazy lady because I didn't know who she was. And she reached out and she took my hand and she's rolling me. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, wait, that feels good. So as we sat talking, I shared with her that I had suffered with this for many, many years. And the before picture of my legs there was 6 weeks after I started using Skincerity on my body, because I would not let TL take a picture before. That's horrible enough, let alone somebody seeing 100 times worse that all over your body. I live in the Okanagan. It gets hot here in the summertime. I would go to the beach with my grandchildren with a long sleeve shirt and long pants, because I didn't think anybody needed to see that, especially if I was wading in the water with the kids and they had their children in the water beside me. I mean, nobody needed that. But I suffered from eczema and other things, and I did. I scratched all the time. The girls that sat beside me at work would occasionally say, Marlene, quit scratching. And oh, okay. And then they'd be saying again, Marlene, quit scratching. But that day, my dear, very dear, dear crazy lady rolled me in a very public place, as far down as we could pull my shirt, as far up as we could roll my sleeves, as far up as we could roll my pant legs. And remember, this was new to us at the time. She only had one bottle, but she rolled half my body with this. And then she went back home and I went home. I said nothing to anyone. And this still makes me get a little emotional, so bear with me here, but my husband had never complained about my scratching. He'd never mentioned it. He just dealt with it. But the next morning, when I got up, his first comment to me was, you didn't wake me up last night with your scratching. And I looked down at my hands, which in most mornings, all mornings at that time, would be covered with dried blood and bits of sorry, this is, yeah, bits of ooze under my fingernails from having scratched all over my body all night. And I went straight to the phone and called TL and said, what was that stuff? Where do I get more of it? I had tried thousands and thousands of dollars worth of products from dermatologists, doctors, specialists, medications, creams, ointments, needles, whatever they could think of to give me. And this product made a difference. Now, my after picture of my leg is, that's what it's like now. It took TL, I think it was close to a year before it was all cleared up, wasn't it? But, and I do get occasional breakouts, usually when I am extremely overtired, overworked, or stressed out on something. I get my bottle out and I roll, and the next morning it's gone. And so my crazy lady turned into my lifesaver. And I will be eternally grateful to TL for introducing me to this amazing little bottle.
Marlene, I just think, what if, the universe didn't line up and I never did meet you? I know that I was on one of my last tanks of gas too, and I just made the decision that I would go and introduce somebody to this technology. And thank goodness it was you, because your story and the way that you've latched onto this company and share your heart every day, I thank you so much. So,
I love that Ola was talking about, the wrinkles and things. I didn't touch the Skincerity on my face for over a year after I had the product before I thought, oh, other people are using this on their face. I wasn't interested in using it on my face. I had other concerns. So, it can be used for so many things. So learn about Skincerity and take advantage of its wonderful, wonderful goodness.
and from that, we can roll this Skincerity from our cosmetic counter. So you can use it, I say, keep it right by your nightstand at night, and roll from your clavicle up to your chin, upward sweep, like you're having a facial, hammock your neck, you'll get a shrink wrap, go from the center of your face and roll up, and then down on your nose and across on your forehead. Do that at least twice. That's the trick. Because for the first time in my life, gravity doesn't go to work, and we can defy gravity and tighten and tone all of our skin and become flawless. So it goes on the cosmetic counter, and then it's a first aid. So rashes, bug bites, bee stings, any kind of irritation to the skin, dry cracked heels, all of that, this little barrier mimics skin. So it's like the perfect band-aid you can leave on for up to 12, 14 hours until it starts to lift and starts to look like Thriller. Then you pull it off. So as a cosmetic, you wash this off in the morning, you take the remnants of the what looks like Thriller, throw it in the garbage. Do not flush it down the sink. It will clog your sink. It is biodegradable, but it's like a Band-Aid. So throw that in the garbage. And then you'll have glowing skin. Your makeup will sit different. Your skin will radiate. You'll see it in your pictures and all your selfies. And yes, you put cream, gel, all kinds of serums on first. And then this is like insurance for your moisturizer. You put this on last, because pillows everywhere are getting younger. So if you're only putting on moisturizers and creams and then putting your face on your pillow, that is wiping off on your pillow. So roll Skincerity. And I used to be sad about my neck, that it was a tube sock. I worked so hard on my physique, but my face and my neck showed my age. And now I'm ecstatic. Actually, I'm abtastic about the shrink wrapping ability to Skincerity, because this is like an overnight facial. So if you've been through a facial and spent $200, this is well worth the 30 days of facials that you're going to have in your Skincerity. So waking up younger, it's doable. Just get your roll on. Cindy?
Thanks so much, TL. There was a question in the chat here about being able to use it around your mouth if you had a rash around your mouth. And I have seen people that have used it even on cold sores right on their mouth. So I believe that that is fine to do,
Yes, because it's antimicrobial.
right? I'm just gonna take off the pins here. And Russell and I will be back. Yeah, Skincerity for myself too. I had adult acne until I was 48 when I started using this, and it was the only thing that's worked, that hasn't been super chemical and just awful. You talk about your creams coming off on your pillowcase. I used to use a product that would take the color out of face cloths and out of pillowcases and stuff, and even that didn't work as well as this. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites. And thank you so much, TL and Marlene and Ola, for sharing.
I just want to share as well. I'm using it now. I work in a cool environment, in a freezer, and so I've been noticing my hands getting drier, quite dry. And then where I work the controls of a forklift, it's rubbing, so my skin actually cracked, and it's kind of like those cracked heels, right? So I started. Now I'm using it. I'm rolling my hand basically every night, and again, if you have an area, if it's on your face, you don't want to be like Michael Jackson Thriller, so you got to pull that off, right? But if you have it in an area maybe where you're wearing pants or it's covered up, you don't necessarily have to pull that off every night, right? Or every day, I mean. But so it's very powerful. But I swear, as a supervisor, I worked at a bakery. Burns, pot pans coming out of an oven. It's great. Just like Marlene said, it cooled. It felt good right away. So yeah, just incredible. So yeah, the guys, you can use it to camping, mosquito bites, bug bites, those little nasty little gnat little things. We'd have those at the bakery too. So yeah, so very good, amazing product. I love it. So, and the other thing I learned from TL and some others too, when you are be careful if you're putting on creams and things. You really want to make sure that there's nothing bad in those creams, right? Because with the Nucerity will trap it in. Skincerity will trap whatever you got. It won't come off on your pillow, right? So if you have a product that's not the best, and there's something maybe not great, it will trap to your skin, and then it may irritate you, right? So just be aware of that. So but amazing. Thank you so much for TL coming on, and Marlene and Ola. Nice to see you again, Ola. And so thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, so we're going to go through a few of our other products, and we're one of the other things that really kind of makes us unique is how all of our products work together. So you may have seen a post from your friend on Facebook or Instagram or something talking about these drops and showing these before and afters that are amazing, and people are dropping weight like crazy. And this is what it is. This is our Slenderize system. You can lose weight 2 times faster than just diet and exercise alone. And diet and exercise are an important part of this. It's not a magic drop. You still have to put in the work as well, but it makes it so much easier because it helps to control appetite and control cravings, and your mood is better. You have energy, all of this great stuff. But some people, when they're losing weight, might be scared that they're going to get that saggy skin in their face, or their face starts to droop, or like TL was talking about the neck, things start to happen, and often, excuse me, you can get some loose skin. Well, you can use Skincerity to help tighten that up. And we also have another product you'll hear about later that helps from the inside. So you have Skincerity on the outside, you have some of our other products on the inside, and we have people that don't have any extra skin and they've lost a lot of weight. And I've got a picture of that person, one of those people coming up here as well. So you can see we've got the real science, the real results, all of these people, and we have thousands and thousands of these pictures now. So this is our friend Brenda. She's actually from Lethbridge, Alberta. And so this is the person I was talking about. And she used the products you see on the bottom there. That was what she started with. And we fondly refer to that now as the Brenda pack. But she started because she went to her doctor, and her doctor told her there was nothing wrong with her. Although she felt awful, she couldn't sleep, she couldn't eat anything. She was just eating sugar all the time. And she knew something had to change because she felt like she was a ticking time bomb. And so she got started on the drops, and her goal was to lose 30 pounds in 6 months. In the first few months, she didn't lose anything. She really needed to have some rebalancing done, or first few weeks, sorry, she didn't lose too much. But then as it started, she was able to lose 100 pounds in 6.5 months. And I just saw her a couple weekends ago. We had a little get together, and she still looks amazing. She's got so much energy, and she's so much fun and just living life. But that's the power of how these can work together. So that's just an amazing story, and one that I like to tell all the time just because it's such an amazing story. This is another reason we're different, right, Russell?
Oh, for sure. So I mentioned that we create things. We have amazing corporate that wants us to have science and everything, like we said. So this is our first product, Abvantage. TL made mention of it there. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal, like it says, burns calories 10 times faster. We're using an ingredient. TL said, we mentioned she was in the fitness industry, right? And before she discovered the rolling industry. And she never heard of this ingredient called grains of paradise. It was never talked about, right? So this is a very cool ingredient in this product. And when you pair it with our drops and some other products, man, it's just the combination is a great 1-2 punch. And it helps us to activate our brown fat. Our brown fat's a good fat. It starts to eat the white fat. It even teaches the white fat to eat white fat. Like that's crazy. And that's why it's like 10 times. It's not crazy. It's just science. It's just they figured it out. And this is what this does. So amazing what we do. And then here's another example. Again, taking a product that it came to us. We wanted to tweak it. Didn't have quite everything we liked in there. We added a couple things out, added some stuff, and again, amazing product. So if just make sure you're paying attention. If you're looking at other companies, ask them if they do this kind of stuff, or they just let bad stuff stay in their products, right? Because we don't do that. So this particular product, again, we won't go into details, but it helps block your sugars from being your starches from being converted to sugars. So it's very helpful for people who are in the process of changing their food, right, Cindy? It's sometimes but it's a very good fiber content as well. So a lot of people are finding it useful every day, right? Because we don't get a lot of good fiber. So it helps cravings. So it's a great product.
It is, because there's always those times where you might have a birthday party or an anniversary, or what I find too is sometimes when you're traveling, airports aren't always as health friendly as we'd like them to be. So it's just one of those things that you can, pack with you. It looks huge here, but it's actually not that big of a bottle. And then you can use it as you go. Renew is another great one for controlling the way you age. So again, as we're looking at anti-aging with Skincerity and losing weight and feeling better, this is one is just another great addition. So this one really, most people find that it helps them to get a more deep sleep right away. That's usually what they find in the first week or so that they're trying it. But as you can see on the side, I'm not going to go through everything, but you can see all the other things. It does also help reduce body fat and increase lean muscle. So recovery is a big thing there. And it does this with helping the body to produce its own HGH. So that's human growth hormone. And as we age, you can see the chart there, our HGH just keeps declining. It doesn't get any better. And, lifestyle can determine how fast that happens, but it's going to happen regardless. So you can see the signs of low HGH. And so what this does is through a few different pathways, it helps the body to produce more of the HGH. And that happens when you sleep. So the fact that it promotes deeper sleep, it just, helps that body create more of it. And then it also helps the body utilize it better than it does without. So another really great product. And we have a bunch of protein powders. We have some additions there for hair, skin, and nails. Our energy, stamina, metabolism. Our giving greens are amazing. Our plant protein is one of the best that I've seen. It's one thing that when you're looking for protein, you definitely want to find something that's clean because you don't want to add a bunch of chemicals. And usually if it tastes like, I don't know, a Snickers bar or something, it's going to have a bunch of a bunch of chemicals and stuff in it to make it taste like that. So ours actually has no flavor, so whatever you add to it gives it its flavor. And we often have it in recipes that we use for baking, and we have a ton of those as well. Giving greens is how I get my veggies in. 2 little scoops is 2.5 pounds of green vegetables. And never in my life am I ever going to probably eat 2.5 pounds of vegetables in a day. So I get that all in the morning with my drink, as well as some digestive enzymes, vitamins, minerals, that sort of thing. So it is truly a great thing to add if you're looking for something quick to drink, that is a full meal replacement.
And the Beauty Boost is good to add with the Skincerity, right?
Yeah, yeah, because it does
again,
help the body produce more collagen.
Yeah.
And you do definitely find out, like my nails will start growing like crazy. You got some favorites on here, I think,
yeah,
Russ, right?
Elite is another one here. The bottom right helps with skin as well. There's so many amazing things there that it can do. Has 7 adaptogen herbs, so amazing. Again, another beauty booster, collagen, noni. We mentioned noni when we were talking about Skincerity a little bit, but so there's we have that as well. Amazing. We have a detox product which is very good to pair also with our drops to help pull heavy metals and different things out of your body that your body it's maybe stuck in your fat storage area, and it's not going to come out until we maybe help escort it out of the body, right? And that's what this does. So a very amazing product. And then of course our probiotic is again that's a major awesome product in terms of helping your gut. It has a time release feature, which is amazing. It doesn't most products will like open up in your gut, in your stomach, and your stomach acids will take them out, and not that much gets into your lower intestine. So this one will get into your lower intestine and then open and get where all the goodness needs to go to, right? So again, uh, amazing products. Even the bottle in that one is crazy good. The way it preserves the contents, so it lasts so long.
Yeah, and we designed that bottle too, so that it did do that, because we found that in some of our countries that we ship to, it's very hot, so the capsules would kind of melt together. So this one kind of keeps the moisture out and the heat out, and it's like the whole bottle works with that. So it's pretty amazing. But and you can see a lot of these, we have different ways that you can get collagen in, different ways you can get vitamins and minerals in. But this next one is you want to put all that good stuff in because your body knows what to do with it. And when you give your body the good stuff, it gets better. You look younger, you feel better, all of that, but you want to make sure that it's getting to the right places. So this is our pulse electromagnetic frequency devices, so our wellness tech. And you can wear this, the middle one you can wear on your wrist like a watch, and then the other one kind of you can drape over. You can see that it's draped over an arm there. But you really want to take a look at the blood cells. So this is a live blood cell picture. And the one on the far left is what happens to most of us, just daily life, stress, toxins, all the stuff that happens. Our red blood cells will kind of start to stack. It almost looks like a stack of coins or something, right? And the red blood cells, their job is to take oxygen and nutrients to the body. So if they can only absorb around the outside of the cell and not on the top and bottom because it's stacked, you're not getting as much. So when you wear this, what it does is it kind of pulls those red cells apart, and you get that second picture, which looks much nicer. They're all kind of individually, they're not crowding each other, and working really well together. So this is kind of a really unique one. A lot of times you can go and get this at a doctor's office or a physio or something, but it's going to cost you a lot of money. And this is something you can wear on your wrist. Mine's charging right now, so you don't see it, but oh, TL's got hers on. There's probably a few others. Yeah, there we go. All the ones that have it on. So this is a great thing to help us just maximize the nutrition and stuff that's coming in from our products. What about noni, Russell?
Well, yeah, we have a lot of liquid ways. You know, if we just talked about some of the ways, pills and different things, and but now lots of people just want liquid, right? So we have lots of variety here. So noni comes from Tahiti. The reason why it's so amazing is because of the soil it's grown in. We talked about soil a little bit earlier. So this soil is from volcanic activity, and it just is full of nutrition and goodness. So therefore, the noni fruit that grows there is full of nutrition as well. So it has iridoids, just so many good things. We could talk for over an hour just on this one alone. So definitely write down noni. If you're taking notes, write down noni and ask about that. And your person will give you more information. The middle one, MOA, mother of all. We just had Mother's Day. My mom loved this product, right? And so again, 36 superfoods inside this one, including 7 medicinal mushrooms. We have cognitive support with the mushrooms. There's just so many good things in there. Just products that you could not get from the store every day. You could not go to Save On Foods and get some of these very easily, right? So these are available all in this product. So again, great. I take 2 a day for these. I love this product. And then of course we have our original limu, and it comes from I think it's right there on the Cook Islands, South Pacific. And again, it comes from a seaweed actually. They harvest it. The locals harvest it. The locals harvest our noni, and again, it's just an amazing. It works on a cellular level. All of these products work on a cellular level. So when your cells, your cells die and they are reborn and stuff. And again, when you work from the foundation of that level, cellular level, then your body starts to have big improvements everywhere. It tastes like a tropical vacation. So
it really does. It tastes really good.
Yeah, it tastes really good. So
we do have some vitamins though as well, if you do like those. So you've got options here, right? We've got just a few vitamins. We don't have like when you walk into Shoppers Drug Mart and you're overwhelmed by like an entire aisle of like vitamin Bs or whatever. You never know what to pick. Our scientists have done that, that precision nutrition to make sure that what's in here is not just high quality, but it works synergistically together to enhance each other, right? So you're getting even better bang for your buck. So we've got cellular energy support. Our Magna-Cal D is magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D, is one of the best that I've tried. I have it every day. Our omegas and our optimal M and V, so that's minerals and vitamins, and that's our whole body support. So our Dr. Strand, who is on one of our early slides, who's on our not wellness council. What is it? Sorry.
Scientific Advisory Board.
Thank you. He's the chief guy. He's up there. He actually will prescribe this to a lot of his patients when they come in, unless it's a very serious medical issue, to get them going on their health journey, because it often will help to alleviate some of whatever's going on as they start their treatment. And there's a couple other ones here. Vinali is the one that is also one that can help with collagen production and tightening up the skin. And I think it's in either Asia, or is it Asia or Australia, that they use it as a beauty product, not as a vitamin. Here we tend to use it as both. It's really great for a healthy immune system, and it's like a super dose of vitamin C. I always up this one whenever I'm traveling so that I don't get sick.
Yeah, the Italians use it because TL mentioned in our Skincerity grapeseed. And guess what's in this product? Grapeseed extract.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So again, and guess what this product, you can see it right there. Heart, eyes, skin, and lungs right on the bottle. Right? Yep. So again, good for skin. So this would be a trifecta, good one. You could do Vinali, the Beauty Boost, Skincerity, and maybe a bottle of noni too. Right? Then your skin will be like sexy.
Yes. And then if you ever wanted to, stop drinking coffee, but you still need that energy boost, Rejuvenex is a great one. It's a blend of superfood extracts and antioxidants. that just gives you a nice even energy. I've shared this with people who wanted to stop drinking like monster drinks or that, you know, those awful energy drinks that are out there in the gas stations and whatnot. And they were able to stop drinking them because they started taking this. So it's definitely a way better option. But that's like, we have over 100 products and we could spend like hours on each of them. So it's just a quick run through, and you can definitely reach out to whoever invited you or shared this with you to get some more information. But we also have a lifestyle. Don't we, Russell? This looks kind of fun.
Yeah, remember at the beginning we talked about wellness, lifestyle, and business. So we're a little bit of lifestyle. We like to have fun, right? If you're once you get healthy, you want to have fun again, right? You don't want to be stuck at home, can't do stuff because you're not feeling good. You know, you want to go swim in the water, right, Marlene? You want to show off the legs, right? You get healthy, and you want to start playing and jump in the water, right? So I got to do that in Puerto Vallarta. So it's in the bottom right hand corner. I'm one of the guys with the hands in the air there. My friend Dave, I think, is on the call tonight. But we also have some amazing people. Michelle is on the call tonight, and Risha is on the call tonight, and they just came back from Punta Cana, right? So all we're doing is helping people, like just like TL did. Roll up, crazy TL rolls up to Michelle or to Marlene, helps Marlene out. Marlene is internally grateful. So this is what we do. We help people, and they usually are internally grateful for us. And guess what? We get do some trips and have some fun together, right? This is what we do. So this is
Yeah.
just part of the lifestyle that we have. Right?
And
So
this
it's
is the
so fun.
community as well. You can see like everybody is just getting along. We have so much fun when we get together. It's just, you're just counting down the days till the next one you get to go to. So we have different events that happen throughout the year. PXP is our biggest one. We have 4 of those around the world. And then we have Connect. We actually have a Connect coming up in Calgary. So that's kind of a bigger one for the weekend. And Discover's a little bit of a smaller one. And then all of us will be sharing as we go and having different ones in communities and houses and on Zooms. We just want to share with everyone. This is the information for our Calgary Connect. So if you are in around Calgary, you know somebody in Calgary, you know, get them in touch with whoever and see if they can get to this, because it's going to be stellar.
Yeah, tickets are available if you have a brand partner or someone really wants to check out the opportunity, the business. But we also have a free event for someone who wants to learn about the products. You know, so ask about that. And if you're within like a 4-6 hour drive, you should go. Hey,
Yeah.
Marlene, would you say it's worthwhile, life changing? Yes, Marlene's shaking on her head. Is life changing.
And you see some of our guests here. John Wadsworth, he's one of the owners. So we have John and Darren, who are our founders. They travel to all of these events. They are there with us. John actually grew up selling noni from the time he was 19 until he bought the company with his friend Darren. So he understands the brand partner side of it. He understands the field, and that's pretty rare out there. Often you've got corporate people who maybe don't get what we're going through, and especially if there's shipping issues or there's whatever. So it's great to have him there. And Darren made his money on Wall Street. He's had successful businesses, wildly successful, that he sold for I don't know how many, either millions or billions or whatever it is, but he has done well. So these two have made their lives, and we're actually, you know, looking at retirement, but they just love the product so much and they love helping people so much that they came back, and they're now making this a generational company.
Yeah,
They also
Darren
brought
knows how to
in,
do business. He
oh
knows how to
yeah,
build business, how to make it last and be strong. And then
that's very true.
you're just gonna talk about the values, and built to last is one of the strong values. We're not built for 5 years. How many years are we aiming for right now, Cindy?
100.
Yes.
So generational.
So ask, if you're looking at other companies, ask that question. How long do you guys think you're planning for the future?
Mhm.
I don't think they're gonna say 100. So again, so true partnership, courage to lead. You know, what did TL do? She dreamed big and she acted now, and she rolled her friend, or she rolled a stranger, Marlene, right? So, you know, work is an adventure. It's like real products, real results. I think Marlene and many will say real results, if you look at those photos. And so yeah, so and our leaders live by this, and they are giving example, so we live these values as well. Right, Cindy? What's your
That's
favorite one? Which one do you love?
Oh, my favorite one, I think, is, I mean, they're all great, but I like true partnership because as brand partners, we actually have a say in the company through our partners council, our wellness council, our athletes council. I think there's an IT council. All of these different ways we're contributing to how the business is being run, but also when we get paid. And that's important for a lot of us. If you're having a business, you want to get paid, right? TL had to replace her income, and many of us are trying to do the same thing. And the company will take 50 to 51% of every dollar and put it back into the comp plan that gets paid out to the partners. And so that was a very important thing for me because you can take a look at a lot of other companies and they're not even close to that. And because of that, we've been ranked the number one, or voted the number one compensation plan for 3 years in a row with 8 ways to get paid. You can see some of our other stats here. Millions of bottles of Slenderize sold, millions of bottles of Noni sold. We're in over 40 countries and we win awards every year. Constantly, we're hearing about the different awards that we win. These are the countries that we're in. You can definitely find out more about that if you're looking for a specific country. And these are the 8 different ways that we get paid. And we're not going to get into this. This is definitely a longer conversation, but there are a lot of ways that we get paid, and it just gets better and better as you go. So we're at close to the end here, Russell.
Yes. Yeah. So we want to say hello, partner. And you can decide if you want to be a brand partner, if you want to be a wellness partner, or if you just want to hang out with us because we have a lot of fun. So you can do that for a one-time fee. How is it one time, or is it you have to pay this every month, Cindy?
No, just one time. And
One time,
the
really?
$37.95 is Canadian. It's not US. So you're good there.
Wow. So it's $37.95 and $29.95 for US folks. So one time, pretty amazing. And look at all the stuff you get. You have access to websites. We have share apps. We have all these. You can look at the marketing tools. Most of us do everything from our phones, right? Just incredible stuff. We have trainings. We have boards. We have a system of growth that we use. We will share with you, show you how to use social media if that's how you want to do it. If you want to do face to face, we'll help you do face to face. You know, whichever way you want to grow, we can help you. So besides all these things here, what else comes? What else do you get, Cindy?
Well, I'm gonna want to talk about one thing about the system of growth, and this is something that we've just sort of been hearing more about. But that system that we have that's helping people grow is actually attracting not just partners, not just people from other companies, but corporate people. The scientist that we just hired, he saw what we had, and that's what brought him here. Even though he could have made more money elsewhere, he was so excited to come to us. So on top of all of this, you get us. We help with everything. We cross the lines, we blur the lines. Doesn't matter if you're on our team or their team or that team or this team or whatever. We want to work together. We want to get everybody winning and lift everybody up. But we also want to live healthy, make money, and see the world. So that is definitely what we want to do. If that sounds good to you and you want to hang out with us, definitely get back to whoever invited you and let them know what option you are. So maybe you're option 1, you want to be a customer. We love customers. They're great. And as soon as you start being a customer, you might then decide you want the best price. So maybe you're option 2, and that's, maybe you've got a subscription and you're getting a discount that way, or you're paying the membership and becoming a wholesale partner. Option 3, we want to maybe do some traveling. Maybe you're saving up for a new car or a trip to Disney with the family, or whatever it is you might be saving up for. You want to make some fun money, right? We are about fun. We want to have some fun. And option 4 is let's play big. Let's go to all the trips. Let's get together at all the events, and let's just have fun and enjoy life. So let whoever invited you or shared with you know which option you are, and we will get you started. So
Thank you so much, Cindy.
congratulations. Yeah.
Yep, we're
We
done.
made it to the
We
end.
made it to the end. I hope
Just
you
want to
made some
thank
good
TL
notes.
and Marlene and Ola again for sharing with us tonight. And we went a little bit longer tonight, but I think it was worth it. And big thanks to Russell again for being my co-host.
Well, thank you, Cindy. Great job, everyone. Thank you, TL. Thank you, Ola. Thank you, Marlene. So much appreciated. Okay, take care, everyone.